Cave Johnson here. Every time I look at our test chamber production line, I am reminded of my father. Now, he wasn't a scientist, just a simple farmer, a professor of farming at the local farm college. Never farmed a day in his life, but his theories on farming are the backbone of this company. Do it from scratch. Spare no expense. And never cut corners. Well, that's a corner-cutting machine. We obviously cut them there. Point is, we've always done things the way my father did. And his father before him, and his father before him, and his father before him. And we are almost bankrupt. So, time for a cheaper approach. Allow me to introduce the multiverse. Infinite Earths with an infinite number of apertures. And as of now, they are going to take over all test chamber construction. And more importantly, all paying for test chamber construction. Why are they agreeing to do that? They're not. We're tricking them. Here's how it works. 1, design a test. 2, slip the mole monsters or what have you the blueprint when they're not looking. 3, once they build it, steal it back. Look at that sad little octopus. That's where you come in. We need blueprints. We are about to run the greatest con game in the history of the multiverse, and you are the bottleneck. Yes, you. Get back to work.
Hey guys, Solman here, and welcome back to Portal 2. Today, we shall venture into the Portal 2 workshop, and take a look at some of the community maps that people have made for the single player. Well, eventually we'll get to the cooperative once I've gotten that all sorted out. For now, we'll stick to single player, for which I have selected 6 single player maps that I saw in the workshop. 4 of these caught my interest because they were in the top rated list. One of these was mentioned in the comments because I had heard of it before and someone clarified which one that was. And the last one I looked up because I wanted something casual to wind down with, but it is anything but casual, unfortunately. So, let's not waste any time, let's hop right in and start with Pandora's Time Zones. So, if it isn't obvious already, I've actually played all of these maps before. There was kind of a failed recording attempt, so I'm actually gonna know what I'm doing throughout all of these test chambers I've picked. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing, because I'm always at my worst when I don't know what I'm doing. So, that said, we're gonna load into our lovely first test chamber of the video here, and appear on a nice platform of errors. Yes, a lovely platform of errors. I believe the problem here is that, this particular map here draws in some assets from other games that use the Source engine. I'm not quite sure what it is, it's just that I don't have those assets, so unfortunately this just appears horribly broken, and I wish I could fix that, but I can't. I'm really sorry. In any case, we have a nice custom-looking map here, brings in a lot of assets from other things, if I haven't already said that. Push this button and see what happens. Whoa. Oh no. Oh no. We're falling. Oh, we're falling. And then we just appear out of nowhere. That's... You know, actually, looking back on that, I think we're actually cutting to, like, different maps or something from that. That is really, really weird. Alright, well, it looks like we're at the bottom of a very deep shaft of some sort, so what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to climb our way up. So let's hop through here. Let's walk over here. We need to place a portal over there. Follow this arrow over here. Now I'm going to make a save here, because sometimes I screw up this jump. Fall through here, land on this catwalk, and proceed on upwards. So far so good. I'll say this much, I do really like how the person who made this map really does try to capture the atmosphere of the original game to a certain extent. So we go through here, and you probably glimpsed it as we passed into this little area here. There is a turret up there. So all we need to do, there's a wall over there, and a wall right here. Pass on through, and keep moving because there is a grate there, and that turret will see us through it. But we can put a portal there, drop down here, we're going to save again, because again, I can mess up this jump quite easily if I'm not careful. And there we go. Okay, that didn't happen last time. I accidentally knocked it into the Emancipation Grid. Good job. So we walk through here. We're in a nice little back room here of the testing lot. There's another button here. Let's push it. And now we're back here. So, assumingly what's going on is that we're jumping around time zones every time we press these buttons. So we need to press this one again. And now we're back in this place, except now the platform's not collapsing underneath us. Press it again. And now we're in this different area, I guess of a different dimension or time. In any case, this passage is now open. We can pass through this door and walk into this area here. So there is a nice area office there. And the way back looks quite different. Everything's off at an angle. But there's a wall we can now shoot at, so we now go back to where we were. And the office is completely wrecked. But there's a wall here, pass through, and now we can move on. So now we are in another little sub-area. This is actually kind of a long map, and it has a bunch of little challenge puzzles to it. So, by pressing this button here, we temporarily take this... Oh, I can never remember the name of this. I meant to look this up last time, and I forgot to do so. In any case, the anti-gravity beam here, we can use this button to reverse it. What good is that really going to do us right now? Well, let's hop through to the other side here. And you'll now see we're in the same room, but apparently in a different dimension. I really want to know how these map builders do this. This is all really cool when you can just, like, look through a portal and see, like, an alternate version of a room. That's really awesome. Alright, so in any case, we have this cube dispenser here, so we'll go ahead and take that. What we need to do is, just to show off here, there is a button over there. So we're going to take this cube, we're going to drop it through, and now, what we've done, we have revealed this jump pad right here. So now what we need to do, we need to take that cube and... Oh, right, what are we supposed to do here? Okay, first of all, we need to jump through. I need to note that that is orange right there. Okay, so I put orange there. That's right, that's right. Okay, good, good, good. So now we press this button, and as soon as that cube is through, we put blue there. So now we have a blue excursion funnel. That's what it is, the excursion funnel. I remembered the name of it. Let's hop out here so we don't, get stuck over a pit to our deaths. The cube lands there, and we can pass through here. Alright, so now we can move on to the next area. So far, so good. Pass through this field here. And we find ourselves having a little drop here. Let's just drop through. And we're back in the same room, or so it seems. Slightly different. We'll just have to jump across. And now we're in a completely different part of the facility altogether. Alright. So there is a surface up there and a surface down here. If we go this way, there is a catwalk up there we need to get to. So, simple solution is just drop through here. And there we go. So now we're up here. Okay, good, good, good. Next, what we need to do is we need to get over there. So, we have this over here. Okay, I screwed this up slightly. So, we need a portal there, and we're going to put a portal there. So we're going to walk through this, fall down, blue portal, and there we go. Alright, so now we're over on this catwalk here. Let's keep on climbing. Try to get to the top of this chamber. Wait a minute. I did this wrong. I did this wrong. I am an idiot. Okay, so what I actually need to do is I need to go through here, place down an orange portal. There we go. And then we get caught in another excursion funnel. Okay, so I guess I mixed up the portals earlier. That's what happened. And I try to act like I actually know what I'm doing sometimes. Well, I'm sure I'm not the first person who's accidentally placed down the wrong portal and got completely mixed up. So now we're over here. We gotta go through this door. And now we're in a nice little back room here. Nice few machines here. Little screen here telling us what to do. And now we have this machine right here. Got a few more machines around here. just kind of looking around because it's all kind of cool. Unfortunately, we can't interact with any of it, but oh well. So now we have 2 weighted cube buttons here. And what sounds like water? Well, it's not water or slime or whatever. It is blue gel. So this is the last major puzzle of this test chamber. And what we need to do, this one actually took me a bit to figure out. We got to start off by getting some blue gel over here. Now, this isn't what got me tripped up the last time. We haven't even gotten to the part that got me tripped up before. Right. So now, what we need to do is... we need to actually... I actually skipped a step here. We need to get a cube from right here. Hop across. Put the cube here. So now there is a portal there. And let's put the blue portal there. I screwed this up again. I did this last time too. I am brilliant. Alright, press the button, get a new cube. This time, not blue gel covered. This time we're going to put the orange portal there, so that we don't have the gel landing on the cube just yet. Hop across here. I'm going to land on the laser. No, I didn't. Good. Land on this platform. That's orange up there, so we put blue here. And now that cube gets bounced away, which means we're up here, and we can pass through this weird shit. And now we're in a slightly different version of this room, where the laser is no longer working. So we press this button, and now we get a reflective cube. The reflective cube is what we want to take back with us. So here's the other problem. We can't go back that way, and we need to go back through there. So, naturally, what we gotta do, and when I say naturally, I mean we basically gotta repeat what we were doing before, but it's a little trickier now. So, we put down some more blue gel there. I think I'm gonna have to place this ever so slightly differently to get a bit more height out of it. There we go. Alright, we'll put orange there. And basically, we got to do the same thing backwards now. Except now it's a little bit different. In case you're wondering, that was the sound of the other cube expiring, I guess? I don't know, like it must have bounced somewhere else. In any case, now we pass back through, we get back on this platform. We place blue here. And now, what we need to do is we need to remember that we just placed orange there. Ooh, that didn't look good at all. But we placed orange there, so what we do, we put blue here. So now, we can pass through the 2 time zones with relative ease. And apparently the other room is directly underneath this one. Okay, nice to know. Apparently time and space are warped in mysterious ways today. Hello? Alright, apparently it does not want to warp time and space right now. There we go. I don't know why I was getting stuck. Alright, so now we direct the laser over there. Alright, good. Good. I need to remember to hold down crouch whenever that happens to make sure that I don't keep bouncing. Alright, but in any case, by activating that laser, we can lower the, I don't know what you call this, the emancipation grid. I called it right earlier. Why am I suddenly forgetting what it's properly called again? In any case, so now we need to take this cube through with us. But, of course, we can't do that because if we remove it, then the emancipation grid comes back. But we've already got the portals to go around it now. So all we need to do now is just pass on through, place down this cube, and now we can step in here. And what happens if we step in here? Well, we get electrocuted, and that's pretty much it. We end up back here. We drop down here. We find an error and an open chamber. Right, so there's a little bit more now that I remember. So, place a portal there and a portal there. And, fun fact. here we can actually see that in the cooperative, our default character is actually, I don't know what you call it, the cardboard cutout of our character from, like, all the animations and everything. Well, in any case, that's it. We're done with the test chamber, and we can move on. So, I did enjoy this test chamber. Let's move on to the next one. So this next test chamber is Extinction.
Welcome, test subject. It's Cave, Prime, from Earth 1. I am speaking to you from across time and space. I am literally in the future. Hold on. What? All right, my assistant Greg tells me none of that's true. Got excited. You are the first test subject we have ever sent into a parallel universe, which apparently has nothing to do with time travel. Still exciting. Anyway, you should be seeing a test chamber in front of you. We designed it. Those backwater universe yokels built it, and you're going to test it. Remember, you gotta let us know if it works or not. Otherwise, you're wasting everybody's time on 2 Earths. All right, get to it.
All right. So now we're on to test chamber 2 of 6 that I have in my queue. So here, you can already see things are quite interesting. We have 8 turrets, all of them facing the exit. We have got to fix that. So, first of all, let's go over here to this room, because this is where the first of several sub-puzzles to this is. So let's start by placing this weighted cube there, portal there, and shit, I already messed this up. Okay, we gotta take off the cube first. Place it down here, clear a portal there, and then we drop it through there. And now, we got a nice portal surface here, through which we can grab the cube, place down the cube again, except we don't want to place it down yet. And now we place it down. Now we're over here. Okay. So, I always forget what the next step here is. We step on this, and that creates the light bridge. But what was the other thing? Right, I remember now. So, there's this button here, and this destroys the cube, but spawns a new one. That's what we want to put on this button. That's what it is. That screwed me up for the stupidest of reasons last time. But now we got these 2 surfaces here, which we can use to bring the cube over to the other side of the light bridge. We set this down there, and now we have a nice little laser here. Now, we can't use this yet. This will help us to solve this final puzzle, but we can't use it yet. For now, we have to go in here and solve this puzzle with these really weird doors that like to flip around like that whenever you get too close to them. It's kind of weird, and I don't necessarily like it. We have this here, this nice little cube that lets us change the direction of the lasers. What we want to do is we want to direct it to go through both of those, put a portal there and a portal there. We gotta kind of adjust this one though, because it's really kind of finicky. I don't know how to explain it. It's just finicky. You have to line it up in such a way that it goes through both of those lamps there, but it's kind of not working right. Well, in any case, yeah, okay, it's working now. Great. So now we'll take this cube here, we'll bring it back through with us. Alright, we'll set it there for now. So we got a portal surface here, and we got a portal surface over here. So this will let us bring the laser into this room. Now we're going to use it to destroy all those turrets. Alright, having destroyed all the turrets, we light up the laser sensor. I don't know what the proper name for it is. But that's pretty much it. We're done with the test now. So, pretty straightforward tests. Kind of, I wouldn't say hard. I'm just kind of stupid, and it took me a while to get it the first time. In any case, that's that one. Let's move on to the next one, which is Gate. So this is from Mevius. He's actually made a lot of test chambers. I chose this one out of, like, a couple dozen that he's made. So, like, and they're pretty well done. At least this one I've played is. I'll maybe try some of the other ones later.
Cave here. Just so you know, this mic isn't two-way. I can't hear a damn thing you're saying, so don't waste any oxygen trying to talk. What? My assistant Greg says some of these alternate Earths may not have oxygen. The air might be nitrogen or methane or, hell, everybody's head might be inside out. So just take little itty-bitty breaths, and if anybody asks you why your head's inside out, remember, it's only inside out from their perspective. And you're fine, head-wise. Trouble-wise, you're in a lot of it, and you should probably run. All right, enough hypotheticals. Let's test this test.
All right. So, let's start on number 3. And this one is actually kind of a brain teaser. So, let me try to remember if I can get this pretty quickly. Alright, so one of these buttons turns on the excursion funnel. The other one gets rid of the emancipation grid. So, what we want to do is we want to start off by going over to the other side of this gap here. We want to hit this button, and that will allow us to start this cube spawner. And this will continue to pulse continuously because it's just a pulsar. Alright. So now what we need to do is we need to find a way to grab that cube. So what we need to do first is lower the emancipation grid so that we can place some portals. We'll place the portals like such, step on here to turn on the excursion funnel, and voila, we have saved the cube. Alright, so now here comes the next part that's going to be a little tricky. We have to set this up in such a way that we can get the cube over to the other side of this gate here. So, let's go over here. That's not what we want. No, actually, I got this slightly backwards. Sorry. What I need to do is I need to actually take this back over to where the excursion funnel is. And place it in the middle of the track there. Alright. And now we go back over here. Let's turn off the emancipation grid. We want to put one portal there and one portal there. And now, if we land on this and turn on the excursion funnel, now this should be able to bring the cube through the portal to us. And that is exactly what we want to have happen. Because once we have this cube with us, we can put it on the portal here for the button here for the emancipation grid. We can move this portal here, and we can move through to the exit. Alright, so pretty simple overall, just takes a bit of wrapping your head around it to get it done. So, that was also good in my opinion. Moving on to the next one, which in my opinion is really, really nice. No money for Chambers 1.